evening, friends, and welcome. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's some seats there. Welcome and good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening and welcome to Littleport Christian Spiritualists this evening in Littleport Village Hall, here this Thursday night, to bring you love, laughter, upliftment, and healing, and a connection with the world of spirit. Thank you all for coming out on this, not as chilly as it has been night, let's be honest, but thank you, of course, for coming out into this wonderful hall on this, our Thursday evening together, connecting with the world of spirit. And of course, we couldn't do that without a medium. And this week, it's an absolute privilege and honour, and also a scary reminder as to how old I am. Of course, you all know how old I am as well, so I'm not going to lie. But it is an absolute wonder to welcome our evening, this evening's medium, the wonderful, the lovely, a very dear friend of mine, who will probably be able to tell you more stories than I care to imagine about me, the lovely Greg Pettit. It is an absolute honour for me to chair for a very good friend of mine. Our paths in spiritualism have crossed numerous times over the years. And the first time we were just debating, weren't we? It's got to be about 20 years ago when Greg nervously walked into this hall, this very hall, on a Thursday evening, and some young, inexperienced, gob-filled What's-it? Thank you, Barry. That's 2 this week. Some gobby What's-it was chairing a service, and the lovely young Greg walked in, and we've been connected ever since in one way, form or another. And it's such a pleasure and an honour to chair for a very good friend like Greg. So please send your loving thoughts, your upliftment, and of course your courage, because let's face it, anyone who's standing next to me for an hour and a half needs it, throughout the evening. And you might be wondering why there's been a slight change to, the frontage here. It's just so that I can keep track of things, because we made a few changes, boys and girls, and everything in between, because we promised last week that we were on a new mission. And that mission is to encourage healing, to grow healing, and to increase the healing that we provide within this church. And it's a great surprise, if you want to call it that. Most spiritualists would call it serendipitous that Greg is with us, because I know that healing means an awful lot to him. And so it is absolutely wonderful that tonight you join us here for our first healing service, which is no different to the other ones. We've just slotted something extra in for your upliftment, love, and energetic approval. And of course, this church, this group, is all about what is required by its members, what is by those that walk in that door week in, week out. And so we've listened, and more healing it is, because that's what we do. So let's begin this evening by joining together and opening this service in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to witness the love and the truth and the wonder that life is indeed eternal. We ask for upliftment for all those present, for all those watching at home, and for all those that will see and hear these words, that your truth and your proof that life is eternal can be shone upon this earth. And so as we place this service In your care and keeping, we make the statement as ever that everything we do is in love and truth and light. Amen.
Amen.
Amen indeed. Wonderful. Well, friends, for those that have never been before, and for those that haven't been in a while, we begin with an open prayer. Well, that's that one done. We talk the spiritual philosophy by having an address and then a reading. We normally have to say magic words to summon wonderful Reverend Alan up onto the big screen, but we don't have to this week because he's here. So we will still ask if he's there because we need to make sure that he stays awake, especially if he's got to listen to me for 5 minutes. And then, of course, we have healing, which will be led by our newly appointed healing leader, Tony Spinks. And then we will be taken into the healing silence whilst healing is provided by the healing prayer. And then it will be over to the wonderful Greg for the rest of the evening. So whilst not much has changed, much has changed. And for me, that's spiritualism. When we think about the world of spirit, when we think about our ways of tapping into the world of spirit, be it through spirituality, through paths of life, religious philosophies, everything changes. And yet, everything stays the same. We move forward, we grow, we develop as individuals. We grow as peoples. We also hope that Spirit will provide us with just enough information to keep things going until Reverend Alan comes back. Because upliftment and laughter are required in everything we do. How many people have heard the phrase, that old familiar phrase, laughter is the one thing that cures all ails. We know it doesn't cure, but we know it helps. We know that laughter brings joy, upliftment, happiness, and love. We know that laughter can help us feel better in times of difficulty. We also know that healing does the same thing. And of course, if we are going to focus on healing, why not think about healing in our philosophy? Now, you will all know me. I don't like writing things down. But last night, on the way home from a visit to another church, I was given some words by Spirit. Now, don't panic. I didn't sit with a notepad on the steering wheel. But I did shout them out so that my phone could hear them. And they were this. The important thing to understand about the world of spirit is that it is an interconnecting universe. It's not a separate place. It's an overlapping place that mirrors, reflects, even duplicates the physical world and much more beyond. The interconnecting nature of the two worlds and all of those different levels between them means that influences on one side can affect the other. And if we wish to send healing thoughts to someone who is far away, if we use guided meditation and visualization to imagine that person before us in spirit form, we can add to that and their energy, to that physicality, to send healing to that person and fill their light, their bubble of energy with more light to enhance, strengthen, grow it. Influence it to be stronger. Likewise, the spirit world can see us in a similar form and will share its light to provide healing. That describes how healing works. But it also describes how we can be, as that old saying goes, be kind to one another. Because by impressing our energies be it upliftment, love, laughter, and of course, and indeed healing. We can help each other's living spirit to grow. We come here every Thursday night, of course not to hear about philosophy, but it helps. Perhaps not always to get some healing, but it does help. But to get a message from the world of spirit. And the messages from the world of spirit are always about carry on, go forward, bring love and kindness and upliftment, to heal. There are many different teachings in this way of life. There are many different ways of working in this way of life. And even more different ways of working in so many other religions and ways of life. But the core of it is always this. There's something up there, out there, watching over us, sending love, upliftment, and healing. And we should be like unto that, to be that messenger of light. We don't need celestial beings to descend and fix the world. You're all celestial beings in your own way. You all brought comfort and love to each other in your own way. It's nice to know they're there. But be those beings of light that I see sitting before me, sharing your love, your upliftment, and sometimes just a laugh to bring joy, hope, and healing to the world and make the world a better place by saying, let's all stick together. Let's all share that love. Let's all share that laughter and make this world a better place. As I might have heard those words somewhere else this week in another service. So thank you all for listening, and God bless you all. And so now, in this wonderful place, we always test the spirits. Rather than having a reading and lead the philosophy from the healing, there you go. See, I'm already getting myself confuzzled and combobulated. Rather than having the philosophy led by the reading, we know that spirit leads both. And so we test the spirit by having the reading afterwards. Now, Reverend Allen is always very far away, so I'm never able to look at what... A few words. And this week he's here. But don't you think for a second I'll get an opportunity to peek at what he's got, because he has it so cleaved to his chest. And then he lays it down flat, face down, and then sits on it while I'm wandering amid the hall. But please now give a big welcome for our reading tonight, the one and only Reverend Allen. Are you there?
Always available to those in need. The light is a constant source to feed. People whose light seems to be fading, taking in the light initiates mending. Our capacity to love and share, showing to all we truly care, makes us sparkle and beam, united together as a team. Every light is needed here to eliminate hate and fear. We can do this, we are one, together as blinding as the sun. All our lights together combine to make all of humanity shine. Exponentially we excel and grow. Together we will make the earth glow, as each light joins to be a part of what we came here to start. The chains of negativity we break, more souls we will awake. Your light is a precious part of your soul felt in your heart. So let it out, uncovered, uncurled. You are the light of the world. Thank you.
Put it there, pal. Love
Blinding,
it.
isn't it?
Blinding. Wonderful. Thank you, Alan. And, you know, I am always truly, truly gobsmacked. Honestly, truly gobsmacked when it ties in so well. And boy, didn't it just. I apologise to everyone at home for a slight sound glitch. I will get it uploaded tonight for those that missed the first few words of it, I promise. But thank you, Alan, and your guides and helpers and the inspirers that work up there to get us on the same wavelength. Brilliant. God bless you, mate. Well, now is the time to hear from someone else. Because tonight, of course, we will be doing our new form of healing where you can sit where you are sitting and receive healing should you so wish. So I'm now going to ask our healing leader, Tony Spinks. Yeah, I'm frequently inspired to say Reverend, but I've been told no. But would Tony now please step forward and lead us in healing?
Just a word of explanation. Despite what you might think, I will still be round the corner before, during and after any of these evenings for somebody who wants some healing. So that's not going to disappear. But Nick and I were conscious of the fact that there are some people who come here who perhaps are too shy or don't know it's happening. So we thought we'd find another way of trying to do it. So for those of you who wish to provide some healing, would you just step to the back of the hall behind the row of chairs? For those of you who would like some healing, just put your hand up or wave or nod or whatever. Thank you. Jolly good. Okay, healers, if you can find somebody who's...
Find a hand in the air,
Find a hand in the air and go to them. That's fine. Now, we all heal in different ways. So some of you may find you've got a healer who's hands-on. Some of you may find you've got a healer who isn't. So just go with the flow. Yeah, yes. Is there anybody else who need or would like some healing who hasn't got a healer near them? No, we're fine.
Well done.
Thank you. Now, I have some words to say, which Nick has provided for me. So you're going to get the blame, not me. What we'll do, you can do your healing from now till after the healing prayer. During the healing prayer, that's fine, we'll carry on. But we have some names. If those of you who are not getting healed and not giving healing can think during the healing prayer of the following. That's George and Margaret and Pearl and Pete and Mary and Lorraine and Jessica and Macy and David and Rodney. all of which could do with some help, I know. Where communities are formed, communities grow. Where love resides, love grows. And where the compassion exists, compassion also grows. It is written in virtually all texts that are considered sacred, that healing, love, and compassion are at the centre and focus of that which is the world of spirit. The Great Spirit and all those inspired by it wish for us, so where the loving and the compassionate join in the name of the Great Spirit and gather, where healing is wanted, needed, willed into being, healing grows. We join here today to send out our thoughts and ask for healing for all those present, all those who will hear these words and those who need it.
Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, here we bring unto you all those who are sick and suffering and in need of comfort, be they sick in mind, body, or spirit, that it may please thee to heal them. This we ask for those we know, for those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now.
Amen.
Amen.
Healers, thank you. Return to your seats when you can. Same time, same place next week.
Yeah. I'm going to say, you've got about 2 minutes, then you're on there. Thank you to the healers. Thank you to everyone for sending out your thoughts, and especially thank you to Tony for leading the healing. Yes, quite right. And of course, as the weeks progress, the words will be less mine and more Tony's as he makes it his own. Because we in the Independent Spiritualists Alliance, of which this church is a part, welcome many different ways of working. And it's so good to see so many different ways of working, all uniting for the same goal. Peace on earth, goodwill to all men, women, and everything in between, and the animal kingdom, let's not forget them, and love and compassion. So thank you all for the healing, and well done. And well done, Tony, thank you. God bless. So, now, my friends, and look, on time, isn't that magical? We are now going to hand over this evening to, as I've said before, a very good friend of mine. I've offered him 50 quid to not tell you guys any negative stories of me of when I was but a... Oh, well, that's done it. Well, being a famous TV chef, Barry, you'll be able to afford it more than I could. Booyah! You thought you'd got away with it. But no, seriously, thank you for that, Barry. I love you. But thank you all, friends. Send your loving thoughts, your upliftment and your encouragement to a dear friend of this church and mine. Let's give a... Do you mind if we delay for just a moment? No, he didn't, but somebody else did. Because we've got some birthdays. Not just one. I know one's today. And I know someone else has got one coming up in the next few days as well, haven't they, Esther? Maybe. And of course, she's not the only one who's got one coming up. Because we've got somebody over there. And we've got somebody sitting right there. And oh, you thought I didn't know. You thought I didn't know. So, I think to save everyone panicking, instead of inserting names, those with birthdays, just to make life easier. But of course, it's his today, so, feel free to give him the bumps after the service. And then then track these three down over the weekend and give them the bumps over the weekend too. But after 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Everybody with birthdays. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Whee! I get in trouble for singling people out, but I don't care. I'm still going to do it anyway when it's their birthday. So all 4 of you have a wonderful birthday week. Be like unto the royal family and make it last a week rather than just a day. Enjoy yourselves. Be uplifted. And so now, give a big Littleport welcome, of course, to the lovely, the wonderful Greg Pettit. All yours.
Yeah. How would you follow that? Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's always lovely to be here. I've been coming here, as Nick said, since year 2000, or maybe a bit before. Not quite sure where we're going tonight. For those who haven't seen me work before, I'm what's known as clairsentient. I normally get drawn to somebody in the congregation, and hopefully somebody comes for a chat. If not, we'll have the Reverend Nick to entertain us for the rest of the evening. But but if everybody can listen, because sometimes the spiritual sat-nav is off, but I must tell you a little story first about my dear mother, who was very aware of spirit, but wasn't quite sure what to do with it. And she opened up to spirit, and she couldn't get used to people coming, sitting on her bed in the middle of the night and waking her up. It was a bit off-putting for her. So with some kind friends from the Cambridge Spiritualist Church, we managed to get her shut down, and she had a crucifix for protection at the back of her bed, and she'd say her prayers every night. But one morning she woke up and the bed was shaking. And she woke up in the start saying, "Go away, you evil spirits. Go away, you evil spirits." And she got up and come downstairs, and my brother said, "It wasn't evil spirits, Mother. We've just had an earthquake." And that's an absolute true story, and we do get earthquakes in Cambridge. So there we go. I'm being drawn to the lady here who's got the glasses on the top there. Can I work with you, please, darling? I don't know why. As I'm thinking of you, somebody just give me the name of Sam.
Still here.
Here, I think. Yeah, here. Okay, fine. All right. I have a small child here. And I'm not sure if she's an old soul or whether she's an old soul showing herself as a small child, but she's only about this height. But I believe she's connected to someone you know. You understand this? Okay. And she's sort of putting on me jacket and doing this. And she's calling you like an auntie. So if you're not an auntie, you're like an adopted auntie. Okay. And I don't know why this little girl, Isha, I know this is you, like more her mummy. They're showing me after 8 minutes. You're not sure about that one? I mean, I like them. It might be her that likes them, but she's showing me this little packet of after 8 minutes. But she's telling her mummy's been quite sad at times, and that she's been crying, and that you've been trying to help her. And she's coming in to thank you for helping her mummy. She's telling me that someone's seen her since she's gone. Yeah? But she's also saying that mummy can't hear her. You understand this? And she says, but she knows you can. You understand this? And so she pops in to see you, and when the opportunity arises, she knows that you'll pick up the blower and pass the messages on. So she's coming in to thank you. I've got the name of Charlie for you as well. Charlie. She's talking about a little baby brother. So whether there's one come... Okay, she's talking about a little baby brother. So, but she's also giving me the feeling there could be another child coming to the earth plane. So yeah, keep an eye out for it. But she just comes in with lots and lots and lots and lots of love. God bless you and thank you for working with me. That's an unusual message for me, in person. Where am I going now? Going over here I need to come to this lady second. Can I work with you, please, darling? Okay. I have a gentleman here. He's making me laugh. He's got a bit of a sense of humour. And I can't repeat the language that he's using because it's a church. But he's talking about a cat that's recently gone to spirit that he's now got. There's a cat that's gone to spirit that he's now looking after. You're not sure who this is?
A long time ago?
Maybe, I don't know. He's just talking about he's got the cat. Okay. He's saying he didn't like it when he was here. And he don't like it over there. Does this make sense? But he's looking after it. It's strange to say. I don't know who this gentleman is, but he's a bit of a... got the name Tom that links as well. Tom. And he said, enter cat. This is, this is the way it is. So whether Tom's his name or related to him, I don't know. But it's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. You have to put it together. The one thing I'm aware with this gentleman, he had false teeth, which he didn't used to wear a lot, because he's showing me trying to eat peanuts without his teeth. So he's got, not peanuts, the cashew nuts. He's telling me, he's correcting me, they're cashew nuts, he says. So I don't know if this gives you some idea who this gentleman is. He says he's all right now. He thought this was a load of old twaddle. That's not the word he used, but again, it's a church. He said, but how wrong can you be? He said, but you've always known. Yeah, you've always known. I thought it was a load of nonsense, he says. Yeah, okay. They've also given me a name of Jack for someone.
Two uncles you've named.
Okay, well, they've just given me Jack as well. They also want to go into September, like birthday passing anniversary. They're going round about the 13th.
13th of September.
Yeah, round about the 13th. It's a passing, okay. As long as you understand where it fits around the family. They also want to go towards the end of October, and they're going around my mother's birthday, which is the 26th, but I want to go another day beyond that, 27th, that sort of time. If you're not sure what it is, just hang on to it. And I know it's around that time. What's he singing? He's singing me a song now. Oh, okay. He's singing, spring is bursting out all over. And what he's saying is, you can't wait to have some sunshine and get out of this cold weather. Yeah? And he says, oh, he's a bit naughty. He said, if I was here, I'd warm you up. But, you know, he's very naughty, isn't he? He's not like that. But he is sort of, what's the word? Double entendre, you know, he'll sort of say things that have a double meaning, you know, and he'll tease you. That's the way that he works. But he can always make you laugh. Yeah? And now he's turning around in circles, doing Saturday Night Fever, you know, Saturday, and off he goes. So, God bless you. I'm not sure who he is, but I hope we'll give you the name of Jan or Janet for you as well before we go. Yeah, Jan or Janet. Down here. And also I've got to give you memory links of an orchard. Memory links of an orchard, apple trees, pear trees. Okay, well, just hang on to it. I know I'm just about to move on to the next person, so maybe that's... I'm coming down here. Why have I got to come down here? Oh, I got to come to the... Is it Barbara or the one... Oh, I got to come to the lady there who I know and I don't know. As I'm thinking with you, I've just been given the name of Tom for some unknown reason. I don't know why. I'm not sure where I've got it. I've got a lady coming close, and this feels a motherly type lady, motherly, grandmotherly type lady, probably more motherly. But she's telling me she went through it too, and she's talking about having to care for either relatives or loved ones, and she says it's never easy, and she wants you to know that she is with you, giving you support at this difficult time. And she wants you to know, even though you think you may be on your own, you're not. Yeah? And as frustrating as the circumstances are, it's part of the earthly journey that you are both going through. And as hard as it is, it's part for the soul growth of both of you. But she understands it doesn't make it any easier. And don't we know that one? She's bringing you a posy of yellow flowers, and I'm hopeless with flowers, I don't know what they are. They're tiny little yellow flowers. And she's bringing this for you for love. They also want to go into March, not the place March, the month of March, for birthday passing anniversaries. They show me daffodils. I think it's a passing actually. So we're just coming in that as a memory link. Right, do you understand the surname of Jackson? Okay, well just hang on to it. They'll give you the surname of Jackson and I said why. Okay. They've shown me Michael Jackson now, so whether someone is a fan or not, I don't know. If you're not, well, I don't know what it is. They've given me the name of Jackson for some unknown reason, I don't know why, but just hang on to it. What she wants you to know is they're trying to organise more help for you in your current circumstances. and saying, we're working on it. Yeah? But you have to ask as well, both by sending out a prayer to them and by getting on the blower, and she says, standing on people's toes, she says. Yeah, you understand this? And she's not being funny. The system is, as she says, bureaucratic. And you can't sidestep it. So if you can't sidestep it, tread on the toes, she says. And this is, this will help you through. But you're not on your own in your present circumstances. That's what she wants you to know. Yeah? God bless you and thank you for working with me. Where have we got that guy over here? That guy over there. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Wendy. Can I come to the gentleman just here and work with you, please? I'm not sure whether you're with the lady next to you, but I'm being drawn to both. But if I can work with you. As I linked in with you, somebody called out the name of Wendy. Oh, I know where it is. It's our Wendy. Who used to be here. Yeah, it's our Wendy. I don't know if you would have known our Wendy. She was a minister here. Wendy Perry. You don't know her, do you? Oh, you knew of a Wendy Perry? Yeah. Okay, because it's our Wendy. Okay, fine. Whether it's two different people, I don't know, but they're just giving me that name for you. Right. I have a lady coming in now who wants to come in and stand behind. This is very much a mother. She wants to come in and do this with your cheek. This is I'm not sure it's a motherly or a grandmotherly type feel. This lady is nicely, what she says, I'm nice and cuddly, she says. Yeah, she's nice and cuddly. And she wants to come in and give you a big cuddle, she says. She says, there's not enough hugging and cuddling in this world, she says. And she says, you're in line for a hug and a cuddle, she says. But I've also got a lady joining her, and I feel they were probably sisters. Yeah. But I've got one of the lady here. If she'd been at a pub, she'd be drinking a Mackinson out of a bottle. You might have to remember that. Find out who that is. But these two are, if they're not sisters, they're like sisters, very much so. She wants to congratulate you on your positive outlook to life. Yeah, she says you've had more than your fair share of problems, and she said you've got through it by sort of floating on the top, if you know what I mean. You go along with the flow, you don't try and fight it. And he says that's what's got you through. She said you've done so well. For some unknown reason, she's looking forward to Easter. When is it? April the 7th? It's something like that coming up. Looking forward to Easter. She's talking about wanting to get out in the garden. I don't know whether this is you or her. Yeah? Or both of you for that matter. Yeah? But she used to talk to the birds. Do you understand this? In the garden, feed the birds, speak to them. She put some seed down, one for the crow, one for me, but she used to love her flowers. She showed me arranging flowers as well. She liked the smell of flowers as well. She's talking about dahlias. I've no idea what a dahlia is, but yeah, I'm the worst person with flowers, but she's talking about dahlias. But she's showing me that time of the year when we get the apple blossom, and which is sort of around about the end of April, isn't it? May. And that time's important. She liked that time of the year when the blossom come in on the trees And, you know, nature started to come alive. And she liked all the insects and the bees and the butterflies. And she liked to have a garden that attracted them all in, the pollinators, as she calls them. Ooh. And she said, you can't beat fresh veg out the garden. Veg in season. Making me feel hungry. Well, you know, she's bringing these fresh peas and fresh new potatoes. And she said, oh, a bit of lamb, she says, and some mint sauce. Oh, but she also wants to feed you. Yeah, and this is a lady who wanted to feed. She made a mean sponge cake as well, didn't she? Yeah, she made a real mean sponge cake. She's showing me this Victoria sponge. Oh, there we go. Look at me. I don't need it, but I mean, yeah, she wants to come and, you know, remind you of all those wonderful memories that you had. I don't know why. We're just going back a couple of days to the 14th of February. And they said, in a way, it was a little bit sad. Do you understand this? Yeah, okay. And she says, but of course, you know, they're all with us on this side of life. So she's saying, happy things to come. Happy things to come. Enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the garden, and enjoy every day. Because you know, by the people that have been with you who are here 1 minute, and I talk about somebody here who's 1 minute and literally gone the next. And somebody very close to you who's literally here and just went, boom. You understand this? Yeah. But they do come in with lots and lots of love. And there's two ladies behind you now. There's the lady I was talking about, and there's another lady just come in, I feel, very, very close to you. And she says she hasn't left your side. She's around. Yeah. And you feel her presence. Yeah. And of course, you're another one of those lovely people that as you go to bed at night, you'll have a picture by your bed and say, good night, dear. You understand this? You know, and that's the sort of thing you do. And that's a wonderful thing. And us spiritualists should make more of that when we tell people, because what people don't understand is, like, when they do that, they're sending a prayer from their spirit to the loved one in heaven, and it's actually spirit communication. And they don't realise they're doing it. And it's wonderful. And I point this out to them, and they say, and you moan at me for doing it. Anyway, so God bless you, and thank you for working with me. Where am I going now? I've got to come to the lady here with the lovely hair. And yes, yeah. Well, you've all got lovely hair, actually. But the lady at the back, this is when I need my glasses, isn't it? You know, it's, okay. Look at that, it's pouring it all down my face now. Right. I have a lady coming close, and this lady, she's surrounded by dogs. Yeah, but one looks like a white poodle. Yeah, you understand this? And this thing sort of keeps jumping up, and she keeps feeding it tidbits. You know, and loads and loads of tidbits. But these two were inseparable. Yeah, absolutely inseparable. The name of Charlie's been called, and that was the name of a dog or the name of a person. But she's around here, and you know, she's surrounded by dogs. She's got this poodle here, and she's got Heinz 57 type dogs and Labradors and all sorts. She just loved animals, this lady. I've just had a parrot come and land on my shoulder, so yeah, you can understand that. It's the second parrot I've had in 3 services, so you know, the last one got me into trouble. So, but you understand the parrot as well. But there weren't just a parrot; there was also some budgies. I got some blue and white budgies as well. Okay, but this lady was surrounded by animals and surrounded by love. And she's saying, despite you being on your own, you're surrounded by love, and we're always around you. Yeah? I've got to give you the name of Francis as well. Yeah, you understand Francis? Okay. But they want to go towards the end of December. The last 2 or 3 days before the start of the new year, birthday, passing, anniversary. Around about the 28th, that sort of time. Okay. There's memory links of collecting walnuts. Yeah. Fallen on the ground. Okay. And she's just coming in with these memories. There's also a gentleman coming in on this side, but he's standing back a bit because I don't think he'd dare do anything else anyway, but he's just standing back to let this lady come through. But he wants you to know that we are together now on that side of life. It was like she was always the boss, but we were always a team. Yeah, you understand this? Okay. Oh, he's being funny now. He's showing me rhubarb. Did he used to grow? He's got one of these looks like a chimney pot. Is it like a rhubarb forcer? Yeah, and he's showing me one of these and growing rhubarb up. So it's just a little bit of evidence of who he is and tying in with this lady here. Someone's got one of their gold rings. Yeah, you understand this? And they're showing me it it looks like a little blue box with cotton wool in. You know, a little ring box, not very big. Yeah, you understand this? Okay. And the name of Simon's been called as well, so I've got to give you Simon. I don't know where Simon fits. Strange. Is it you that likes the X Factor? It's the opposite there. I don't know why. They were showing me Simon Cowell, so it's either Britain's Got Talent or the X Factor, so I'm not sure which one it is. So, well, that's the one it is. I know, you know, why should I show me Simon? Because he's not over there, you know, he's still down here. Anyway, why would he want to come and talk to me? Oh, bless. But this is the picture they've just shown me. They've come in just to say, be quiet, listen, we are with you. Yeah? Yeah? And she's blowing you a kiss. Yeah? And he's doing this. Yeah? Yeah? He's sort of standing at the back trying to get the attention. Yeah? He's pulling funny faces and going from side to side. But he comes in with lots and lots and lots and lots of love. And before I go, I've got to give you the name of Daphne as well. Yeah? You understand that? Yeah? Very special, she says. Oh, not let me go. I've got to give you Margaret as well. Margaret. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm just going to ask them to stand back so I can see if I can get round to somebody else this evening. God bless you and thank you for working. Well, I've got to come over here. Can I come over here? Can I come work with the lovely lady in the second row with the blonde hair who used to go in like this, saying, don't pick on me? Can I work with you, please, darling? Okay, thank you. Right. I have a lady coming forward here. This is a lady of quite slim build. It does feel very much a family member. That's mother or auntie, I'm not quite sure yet. But this is a lady, I'm not sure if it was her or you, but she would have lots of aches and pains, almost like arthritis. Right, you understand who this is then. And she's just saying, like, she hasn't got that problem now, but there are people down here who have either got it or starting to develop this. Do you understand this? Okay. And she's saying, you know, it's much better now than it was when we were here, where they have much more things to treat it and make it more comfortable than it is. But she says she understands the frustration where people can't do as much as they used to. Yeah? She says, but it's like, I think she used to sit and listen to the radio or listen to music. You know, she can do that. And like, you can do that. Or you can watch the telly, but like, using these sometimes is difficult. Yeah. But she also says, healing will help. Healing will help. We're also going to March, the month of March, and again they're going through, going just before the end of the fishing season. So they're going about the 12th or 13th of March. Birthday, passing, anniversary. Not sure what it is, they haven't told me. They're also going towards the end of July, and it's the, I'll give you 2 or 3 dates, it's the 26th, 27th, 28th, those in that area. You're not sure, just hang on to it. Sometimes they give you dates going forward. Do you find also you have to avoid eating like acidy type things like apples and things like this fruit? Yeah, okay. So they're just making me aware of, you know the things you can't eat, which upsets the condition. They said, all you can do is manage it. It's in the genes, unfortunately, she says, but you know that. She says, but that doesn't stop the love that's there. Yeah? And the important thing to know is that the love is there. And she does come in with lots and lots and lots and lots of love. Okay. And again, she's just blowing you a kiss. Yeah? Oh, she's not going to let me go. Lady in spirit, always cleaning and polishing. You understand who this is? She's got a kind of pledge. And she's... Yeah, okay. So she just wants to be remembered. Yeah. So God bless you and thank you for working with me. Where are we going now? Can I come to a young lady in the second row who's looking at her saying, not me, please. Can I work for you, please? Okay. I have a lady coming forward here. This is a lady I feel was at least 2, if not 3 generations back. She's a grandmother or great-grandmother type feel with this lady. And she's saying to you, the world hasn't ended, it's time for change. Does this make sense? Yeah? No idea what she's talking about. You've got your whole life in front of you, she says. And sometimes change is good. And she says, you've done the difficult bit. Yeah? You've done the difficult bit and you've made the right decision. Yeah? That's what she wants you to know, She said it took you a long time to come to the conclusion that you did, and you tried and tried and tried. But she feels you've made the right decision for you. And that's all she wants you to know. And she wants to come in and give you a big hug and a kiss on the cheek. She says, because, a hug cures everything, she says. She said, that or a chocolate biscuit in your coffee. Yeah? Does this lady like the Dunker chocolate biscuit? Oh, you do it. So you're okay. Well, that's what you've got to do, isn't it? Who's the person in spirit who like mint imperials? Okay, that's fine. So we know who this lady is. So we've got mint imperials and chocolate biscuits. What a combination, isn't it? Oh, give it a bit of stilton. I'll be in seventh heaven, wouldn't I? So take the love of this lovely lady here. They are with you in the difficulties that you've been suffering on this earth plane. I said, but it will get better. And it's not always going to be like that. So God bless you and thank you for working. You're welcome. How are you doing? Oh, all right.
15 minutes.
Oh, I'm on my 15-minute warning. That's okay. Where we go now? Can I come with this lady at the front and work with this lady at the front, please? Okay. You get through no end of this stuff. Nick told me years ago it's rocket fuel for mediums, so I'll take his word for it. Right. Right. Is it you that's got a problem with your right hip at the moment? Or who around you has got a problem with his right hip? Yeah, you understand where this fits. Do you understand like somebody that likes activity that either, don't know, it's Zumba or dance or what it is, and it's sort of, they can't do it because of this? Yeah, not sure what it is, but it's some sort of exercise, but they can't do it because of this. Yeah, you understand what it is. They're not telling me what it is. I'm not sure I've got here yet, but Again, I've got two people. I've got a lady and a gentleman. And again, as always, the lady's always standing at the front and the gentleman's behind going like this, making faces. So they feel like at least two generations back. I don't think they're three generations back. I've got the name of Arthur and Charlie that link in the family. If you're not sure where they are, please hang on to them. The names that have been called from way back behind these two people. What are they showing me? It looks like a purple light. Unless it's someone's favourite colour, purple. I mean, oh, that's what it is. Okay. Do you understand purple is the colour? Yeah. I've got another person, just a younger gentleman, join me here. And he says it's not a deep purple. You know, this is a person who's coming on this side who I'm not sure who he is. But he says he lived life to the full when he met his end, you know, too much of this and too much of this and other stuff, and he ended up over there. So I'm not sure if it's somebody you'd have known of, but it's somebody who's come in for a look to see what we do. This lady's saying she can't believe how your life has changed. She says, you have come from the pits and you're now on top of the world. Yeah? And they're so proud how you've managed to do that. You have to be pretty, I can't use the word, strong-minded. That's not the word they used. Strong-minded, strong of heart. But they said they were behind you. They were lifting you up and pushing you. And this other gentleman who's here said, I help too. So, you know, I don't know who he is, but he's, you know, but coming to say they're so proud of what you've now achieved within yourself and the peace of mind that you have within yourself. They also tell me you know they're around. You also talk to us frequently. And this young lady knows they're around as well. Yeah, you do, don't you? And the person on the end is going to know they're around, but if you don't already. Sorry, this is what they're telling me. Yeah. They're showing me, like, it looks like I'm not sure if it's a fountain pen or a posh Barlow, but they're showing me pens or things being moved around the house. Yeah, you understand this? Yeah. But also buttons. They're showing me buttons. You know, and little things being moved, and also there's a little dish with pins in that perhaps gets moved somewhere, or disappear for a couple of days and then it reappears again. Yeah, this is just our friends. It's not necessarily that it isn't there. It's like they come close to you and they sort of make you think it's not there. If you see what I mean, you know, it's just so that you know they're around. There's a gentleman coming with this lady, and the one thing I'm very conscious, he liked eating bananas, but they'd be gone in 2 mouthfuls. You understand who this is? Yeah, you understand this? So they peel the banana, 1 mouthful, 2 mouthfuls, and then they just throw it. That's what he's doing, showing me doing now. Got to give you the name of Frank as well, for some unknown reason. If you understand Frank, please hang on to it. To me, it's about time you had a holiday. Yeah? Understand? Even a caravan will do. Even a caravan will do. But I've got a gentleman there, you wouldn't get me in a bleep bleep tent. So I'm not quite sure who he is. You know, I bet he's, you know, it's, but the lady, she says, you know, it's just nice to have some peace. But they're taking me down to Norfolk. They're taking me down to this side of Hunstanton. They're taking me down, what's the name? Heacham and all along there with all the, but you know, they're just taking me down there and they're sort of like they want to plonk you on the beach and so you can look out at the sea and look out at the sun going down over the sea. Fish and chips in your hand, you know. And they said, you know, those things don't cost a lot of money, but you can still do that. You've got to have some time for you. So after all you've been through, you deserve it. Yeah, and that's what they say. This lady's blowing you a kiss. Yeah, and they're just stepping back. But they want to know you're around, but you know they're around. And stranger. I've got two silly people here. First of all, I want to give you a single daffodil. But the gentleman that's here is a bit of a character. Because he's got a daffodil, but this one's like if you got close to it and squeezed it, and water would come out. So this is a sort of daft thing, you know. He wants to make you laugh. So whether this was literal or that's his sort of sense of humour, I'm not sure. But they're coming in with lots and lots of love for you. Yeah. What's the date today? Talking about tomorrow for some odd reason. Yeah, talking about tomorrow. It's either a birthday or I don't know what it is. It's something you're doing tomorrow. Yeah, okay. But I know they're going to be with you. Yeah, they're talking about tomorrow, so that's fine. As long as you understand what it is. So they're just stepping back. So God bless you and thank you for where are we going now? Oh, I'm coming to Barbara's daughter. Hello, nice to see you again. I haven't seen you for a while. I've got your dad here. Yeah. And he's obviously all you right here. He's saying it's nice to see the family together again because it don't happen often enough. Do you understand this?
Yes and no.
Not as often as he would like.
Not just Dad saying that not seeing us together as often as he likes.
Yeah. He likes it. He's glad that you're all together again. Yeah? And he said this one has done exceptionally well. Yeah? Exceptionally well. And she's going to do even better. And he says, and don't belittle what you've achieved either. He says, because you're going to knock my socks off with what you do. This is what he says. He says, both of you, you're very bright. This one in particular, he's got it up here. It's like, you know, it's almost as if, I don't know if you're in a solicitor's office or what you are, but it's almost as if I want to put you in the solicitor's office and organise things. Yeah, you understand. And it's that, or, you know, there's documents and things, you know, and you have an eye for it, you have a feeling for it. And he said, also, he said, do you use your psychic abilities because you can pick something up and you know, no, I've got to put that aside. That's got to be done first. That's the way we've got to go. You understand this? So he's saying that we are helping you in your work do what you need to do. He says, it's been a while since I've gone. He says, it seems like yesterday. And this one's grown from, hasn't she, you know. But he loved all his children and his grandchildren, and his dear wife, of course. And they were very, very close. Memory links of laundrettes. You understand this? Okay. Oh, right, did he? Was it you that used to count the coins out? You understand this, or was it you?
You understand?
Yeah, you understand counting the coins out? Yeah, okay, and put them in piles?
Yeah.
Was somebody used to be naughty and sort of move them out of the way so you had to count them again? Was this Dad, was it? No. Oh, right. But you understand where it fits. Okay. But he's just coming in with lots and lots and lots of love from all you. He says, you all know I'm about, but sometimes he says it's nice to get a message through somebody else. Yeah? And he's just coming in, you know. And he's blowing you a kiss, darling, and he's giving you a single rose. And he says, Valentine's Day, even now, is still a little sad. But you know that love is always there. Yeah? That love is always there. And that's one thing that transcends this world and the next. That love can never die. Yeah? And he's just stepping back. So God bless you. Thank you for waiting on me. Yeah? Oh, he's just come to the young lady. He's just doing this. Yeah? Just checking, he says. Just checking. Was he a tickler? Yeah, he used to tickle you. Yeah, he just come in and he says he's not going to do it now because he doesn't want to embarrass you. He said you're too old for that now. But he's just stepping back. So God bless you and thank you for working me. Where am I going now? Yeah, I'm coming to the back, aren't I? Yeah, the lady at the back. Yeah, that's the one. Can I work with you, please, darling? Right. I have a lady coming here close. Can you understand the day the kids have been a bit of a problem? Can you understand? I think it's the boy. Yeah, it was, because she said, "Ooh," she says, you very nearly didn't use some choice words." Yeah, you understand? And she's laughing. This is it feels like a grandmother type film with this lady. But she says, he's just letting off steam and he's bored. You understand this? Yeah. And he's just like, we know, we see everything. And they're laughing. He's saying, when it gets warmer and better, we can take them fishing, he says. Or get someone else to take them fishing so you can have a break. Do you understand this? Okay. And she's laughing. I have a gentleman joining this lady. And the one thing I'm very conscious of is that he's playing dominoes. Yeah? Play dominoes. And I've also got somebody who's sitting there, but they're only drinking half pints. Dark beer. Only drinking half pints. And you're saying, so I wouldn't get into any trouble, but I'm thinking he'd probably drink twice as many as the other ones. He got into trouble anyway. Got the name of Harry called. I don't know where Harry fits, so I've got to give you Harry. I've got to give you Sam or Samantha, and Sam or Samantha's down here. Okay. Then they're going into March and going to the 14th, but they're also going about to the same date in August as well. So just hang on to the dates. They just started to split the dates now, so they weren't quite sure where they go. Certainly in the March one. And they also want to go a little earlier than that. They want to go about the 8th of March, 8th of August as well. Yeah? Okay. I had to go back and check. So we've given these two dates, and it's very easy when they come in that fast to get them mixed up. I've got another sort of banana eater here as well, but he tried to get it in one, not two goes. You understand the gentle? Okay, we've got some funny things they get me to give you in spirit, don't they? But he's coming in with lots and lots and lots and lots of love, as does the lady. Yeah. I've got a huge, great dog here, about this high. And it's got long hair and mud all over it. And yeah, you understand this dog. And it sort of waddles around and sort of, you just sort of flop on the floor, you know. It could be mud as everything, it could have mud all that. And then it's rolling over on its back and just laying there like this, And it's still doing the same thing over there. But now it don't get muddy like it used to. Yeah? Okay. Oh, that's twice. And I've got another parrot turned up. So, yeah. You go for months without a parrot and you get two in one evening, don't you? They're just coming in with lots and lots and lots and lots of love. Yeah. They're so very proud of you. And they're saying, well done. And they said, you have developed a wonderful death right here. You understand this? Round the family, yeah? Pardon? Yeah. And as a lady in spirit, I've done the same thing. But they're just coming in with lots and lots and lots of love. Yeah? So God bless you and thank you for working with me. Have we got time for one more? Yes, we have. Can I come to that window? Hello, darling. I have a younger lady coming in. Very slim lady, young lady. It feels more like a daughter than a partner. And she's saying she's wanted to get through. She's around, she says. Yeah, she's calling you mum, so this must be daughter. She's saying She's sorry she had to go. But there's too much to stay. Too much to stay. I don't know if she's saying this. There's nothing to forgive. Yeah, you understand this? There's nothing to forgive. Yeah. She's just saying, love. Love, it changes everything. Yeah. She's so proud. She tells me when you travel, because I know you do what I do, when you travel to the churches, she sits in the car with you. Yeah? Yeah. She says she reckons you're a bit steadier than she was. Yeah, with the driving. She showed me in the car driving, but she'd sing. Do you understand this? Yeah, she'd sing. Only when she was on her own, but you understand this. Yeah. Again, they're going into August. I think they're going about the 3rd or the 4th. Don't know what it is, birthday, passing, anniversary. If you're not sure, hang on to it. Birthdays in August, okay. But they also want to go for later in the month, around the early 20s, that sort of time as well. Okay, so I know it's round about that time. It'd be so nice if they just gave me a date, but they give me a slide and I'm have to guess where it stops. I always say this isn't an exact science, but they are coming with lots and lots of love for you. Yeah? And she's blowing you a kiss. Yeah? And also she's given you a single red rose, which I feel was what one would have been put onto a coffin. And she's coming in with lots and lots of love. What did you put in there? Do you understand putting a note in a coffin? Somebody put a note in a coffin. Yeah, you understand this? Okay. She's not telling me what's on it, but she says somebody put a note in a coffin. Yeah? And somebody else put a picture as well. Yeah, a picture as well. But there was also a black and white picture in there, that she showed me. A little black and white picture. All right. It wasn't very big. It was probably only like passport size. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She's saying she never realised she was so much loved. Yeah? Definitely gone but not forgotten. Definitely not forgotten. And she's saying, I know you moved, you're half taking on a project there, she says. She said, she knows you've moved, you're half taking on a project there. Yeah, you understand this? Okay. And she's laughing. She says, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, in getting this done. But garden first. Oh, right. She's talking about the garden. Yeah. And you're by the river, aren't you? Oh, yeah, you're by the river. Lovely. Hell. Oh, you're on 10 Mile, aren't you? Because you're on 10 Mile Bank. Yeah, 10 Mile Bank. She's just coming in with lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of love. And she's also telling me there's quite a lot of plants in there that haven't yet come up that you don't know you've got. Well, yeah. You might have. Apparently, there's a few surprises in there somewhere as well. Okay. I don't know if she's being funny because she's talking about turnips. So, who knows what you can find there, She's coming in with lots and lots and lots of love. So God bless you and thank you for working with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I've gone over time a bit. I apologise. I know I've got to finish about 9 o'clock. God bless you for bringing your friends, relatives and loved ones with you and the wonderful energy that you and Nick and everybody else who helps keep this place on. And we mustn't forget the lovely Linda over there either, which makes this such a special place to come. I mean, it's rather refreshing. I spent an hour and a half in a car yesterday to go down to Felixstowe. It was like trying to pull teeth. But tonight it's totally different. It just shows you how it goes sometimes. So God bless you and thank you very much.
I wouldn't have done it without you. Well, friends, I think we can all agree that it was a wonderful demonstration that life is indeed eternal there. And it's always a pleasure to share a portion of someone's journey in life. And it's been an absolute pleasure to have seen you come in so shy and, oh, I'll help if I can, but, you know, I'm not going to do anything too public. Look how that ended up. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Pettit. So, friends, we are almost there. We have a raffle, we have a closing prayer, but the one thing that I definitely did drum into everyone that were at the beginning of the journey with me was spirit ends with tea and coffee and biscuits. And of course, the kitchen will be passing muster momentarily. Of course, the fact that Reverend Tony... Naughty boy. Naughty boy. The fact that Reverend Alan is sitting before me is a very indicative... Don't look at me like that. Indicative reminder, of course, that between 10 and 1 on Sunday... Oh, I got it right. Between 10 and 1 on Sunday is the Drum Healing Circle. And of course, it's in that room over there in this wonderful building. Alan and Eunice have been working very, very hard. They will have their own announcements to make on Sunday for those that are coming. I'm not going to steal any thunder whatsoever because I think it's brilliant. But of course, that is on Sunday in that hall, 10 to 1. I have started going myself and thoroughly enjoy a good bang on a Sunday morning, shall we say, with our drum healing circle. Well, I will be bringing my flute again, of course. So yes, it's not what it sounds like, trust me. Drum healing is an excellent way of healing. It creates a vibration and an energy that is unlike anything I had ever experienced before when I first experienced it. And although I make jokes, it's all in the best intention. Even though the first time I said it, I didn't realise I did. It's just kind of stuck. Of course, next week we will be back for our usual order of service. And I happen to know that the name of the medium serving us next week will be familiar to, at the very least, one person in the hall, because she's actually here. Trudy Bolger will be joining us next week as our demonstrating medium, so thank you, and we will see you, of course, next week. Now you know we're not so scary, don't you know? But no, looking forward to that next week. Yes, Mother is now taking bookings for the next workshop, which is Divining the Divine, so I'm informed. And that will be on Sunday, the 12th of March, from 11 until 4. Lunch is provided. For those that were there and that I panicked and freaked out when I said, oh, I might have to change it. I was wrong on the month. It does begin with an M, but it wasn't March, so don't panic. Normal order of service next month for the workshop. But of course, yes, so there is the workshop on the 12th of March. Mum's now taking bookings. Drum Healing Circle on Sunday. Trudy Bolger next week. Greg Pettit tonight. Give him a big thank you. I am sure there was another notice that I had to read out. But unfortunately, I deleted all of the notices when I was making space for the paper because I wanted to keep it on one page. So I've messed up there. But I'm sure if it's important, I will share it amongst the world. I will just be naughty and drop one little subtle thing in. Of course, Greg and I worked together in Circle 20 years ago, and there is now an open Circle online available on Mondays at 2 p.m, on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. To all the girls and boys who are either in the hall or watching, hello. And I know Pearl will appreciate the healing that you sent to her this evening in our healing. Friends, this is your church. Whether you've been coming weeks, months, in our case decades, or even an hour and a half, this is your sanctuary of light, your moment of peace and upliftment. Make good use of it. Make it what you can. And if you've got thoughts and ideas, just share it. Because as we proved tonight, we're here to do what the congregation needs, because the congregation, the members, is the church. As lovely as this building isn't our church. We could shift ourselves up and move to somewhere else, and it would still be the same church, because it's you that makes it that. So go out into the world, take the word of Spirit out, tell people of this lovely experience you've had, if that's how you feel. I'm not going to force that upon you. And tell them to come on Thursday nights to share the world of Spirit with each other. And so, friends, let's join together in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, divine presence, eternal universe, we thank you for the opportunity to join under your banner of love and upliftment, of peace, of kindness, of friendship and love. We ask that all those that have been here tonight in the world of Spirit watching over us continue to do so, to let us know in their small ways that they are still forever with us. And also that all those that we know that are in the world of Spirit that for whatever reason did not join and make themselves literally known tonight, we know that you are with us. We know that you are watching. And we ask that you continue to reach through that veil to shine love and light upon our world. And as we go out into our world, we take with us love, compassion, kindness and joy out into this world to make it a better place. And so until we meet again, in your name, that which is love and truth and light, we say amen. And of course, now, before we say good night to everyone at home, I've got to do this. I'm walking. Thank you. Now, of course, we do use the bullseye theme. I'm going to tie it in a little bit more tonight, because you're supposed to stay out of the red stay out of the black and in the red. There's nothing in this game for two in a bed. But of course, if you do pluck 2 tickets, you do get 2 prizes. But of course, we like to have some fun. So as well as Bully's booby prize this week, which some people actually want, of a butternut squash. I tried to find a pineapple, but I couldn't find one. But of course, we also have, thanks to Hannah, Bully's special prize. Encaustic art by Hannah every week. And she's changed tone. We've got purple, silver, and toffee brown. I wonder if he's a relation of mine. You never know. And so for everyone at home who wants a copy, or everyone here who wants a copy, go online, go on YouTube or Facebook, and now you can press print screen and have your own copy of Hannah's encaustic art. So thank you again, Hannah. I'll bring this down to you in a moment. And that can be won, as I said, in the raffle, which is about to begin. But of course, now we say thank you to everyone at home. And we're going to get on with our raffling. We're going to get on with our kitchen coffee and have a good old chitty chat after the service for those that wish to. And so from all of us here in this hall to everyone watching at home, 1, 2, 3, good night. And God bless you all. Maestro, push the button.